Welcome back to the Chelsea rebuild, where I'm actually recording at like 2 in the morning because I can't sleep. So if I'm a little bit quieter, that is the reason. I just needed to do something other than staring to oblivion. Anyways, we are actually at the end of the season, which is fantastic. Kai Havertz gets Footballer of the Year. So, yeah, don't read too much into that because it really wasn't that successful. We have the last game of the season against Wolves. We'll do that. I was debating whether to just go straight into the new season, but I might do the end of season sort of video and then do that at another point. But quite literally, if we win this game, I will guarantee we go into the Champions League spots. That's how it's been. Been very up and down. Very, 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 very much up and down. Because if you actually have a look, we are basically... Obviously, it started off pretty damn well, other than the 1-0 Arsenal defeat, as we'll remember. Just one or two silly losses in there. And then we get a really good run all the way through. And then it started to fall apart. So, sort of when we started losing here, obviously that was the second leg of the round of 16 of the Champions League. We were 2-0 up. And then the second leg, they just got the 1-0 win. We still go through. That's fine. Then we lose stupidly, whatever you want to call it, 4-1 to Bournemouth. And then straight on the bounce, lose 1-0 to Tottenham. And then we carry on winning for a bit, draw 3-3 to Aston Villa. And then Milan actually prove a challenge in the quarterfinals, in where we win 1-0. No, sorry, lose 1-0. No. Ignore me. We beat them 3-1, then we lose 1-0 again. So basically mimicking the other stage. And then having an absolute corker of a semi-final against Liverpool, where we go from 2 behind to 2-2, then go into the second leg and then lose 4-1. And then instantly the game afterwards, we play them again, in which we beat them 4-0. So it couldn't have been the other way around. And then I would be in a final, and then I would have shown you that. But no. And then Wolves is the last game of the season. Obviously, last time out, I dropped the video basically quarter of the way through January. Business happened. Oh yes, did business happen. Business was crazy. If you actually have a look, our finances, we're left with 4.5 million. We've spent probably quite a ludicrous amount. Yeah, I probably did a bit of that there. So, we go to transfers. We go to transfer history. I have actually signed a lot of players. The one that I am actually probably most pleased with is this man here. I don't really know how to say it. What did I sign him for? 41 million in total, which I thought was expensive for someone who was only 3 stars. He's come in. He's instantly just shown what he's made of. He's gone 4-star current ability for comparative to the rest of the team, which is ridiculous. It says he's injury prone. I haven't seen that too much, but the ratings say otherwise for his thing. I mean, Champions League, he was pretty good. 6 games, 3 goals, 1 assist, averaging a 7.07. Pretty good there. Premier League is where he's been mostly good. He's played 12 games since I've got him in January and scored 17 goals with a 7.65 there. And then FA Cup, he's been pretty damn good as well. That is mad. That is mad. Talking about the FA Cup, I can't remember who I crashed out to. It might have been Man City on penalties, I think. It was something like that. Either way, this guy has been fantastic for £41 million. So I have fixed the main issue at Chelsea in this rebuild, and that is the number 9 issue. Not that he's number 9, he's 11, but a striker that can score. Fantastic. Absolutely. Vasquez, since he's come in, has been pretty shit. I mean, he's just there to fill a hole. And then I did a lot of signings, A, on the Never Never, and B, I haven't used any of them because each and every one of them got loan backed to their club because I didn't need them till the next season. They're like for the future, so leaving my mark once this rebuild is done. So we got Kylian Sildilia, who looks like that. 3, maybe 4 stars of potential out at right back / centre back. Obviously, right backs are really hard to come by, at least on good ones. And he got loaned back to Freiburg. He was signed for a total of £36 million. That sounds about right. And then LA Wahi also has been signed, 2-star with 4, maybe 5-star potential. Who's going to be the next big thing up front? A couple of options to choose from there. He was signed for a lot of money, 34 now, and then on the Never Never, another 38, which is crazy. And then obviously you got to get your Brazilian wonder kid in there, and Angelo signed for a total of 14.25 million. None of that in the Never Never. 2-star now. 4, maybe 5 stars of potential there. And if you go to his information, I'm pretty sure, no, it's no longer Wonder Kid, which is interesting. It was when I signed him. Anyways, the business is crazy. And then transfers again, transfer history. Here we go. Everyone that went out, Azpilicueta, he ended up, actually, no, where do we start? That was at the beginning of the season. Jorginho to Real Madrid for 48.5. Loan. Cool, so it starts there. Trevor Chalobah to Bayern for like a total of like 40, nearly 50 million, which is pretty damn good. You should have saw that in the last one as well. Gabriel Stonia, he went to West Brom on loan. Not only did he go on loan, the Wonder Kid shortlist came in. He's on that list. We then also have the 2 there that I literally just signed and went back out on loan. Guy there, Joe Hay, went on loan. Christian Pulisic went out on loan to Newcastle. I was trying to get money for him, but no one was taking him, and I even put as low of offering him out for about 28 million, and still no one. Mainly his wages, so he's probably going to have to stick around, and I'm going to have to find a use for him, which is probably going to be easy enough anyways. And then Brody Hughes, Dylan Williams, they both went back out on loan, and then Angelo also went back out on loan on that classic little loan back. There you go. A lot went on. Absolutely a lot went on. So we spent a total this season of 333 million. With 128 million back, so net, what's that? 205 million total spent, which is a lot of money. But for what I've got, I think totally reasonable. And I don't think there's anyone else I need to know about. I don't really know why I did this. Right, Danny Ceballos, he joins us as well in the next window. I did it mainly because he was free and I was wondering what his wages would be. And I believe the contract I've got him down on, was it 130? I thought I did a lot less than that. Huh. Well, there you go. Anyways, he's just a good squad option, really. And if he doesn't turn out good, I'll just sell him. I'm saying that like I'm thinking about the future. I'm really not. It's just mainly I need to win something within the next season to call this rebuild a success. I think next season's going to be really interesting, actually. Because I've been playing around with the tactics a little bit. And if you actually have a look, I went for this sort of setup. It was originally that, and then a lot of tired players came in, and then I needed to push a player slightly further up, and it worked actually really, really well. So I just kept with it. But yeah, whatever. It's been pretty somewhat successful in terms of like just results here and there. I mean, it was really good this whole way through there, and I just never changed it back, which I probably should have. But whatever. Yeah, and then obviously today, right now, I'm going to play the Wolves game. We win, we get Champions League. It's as simple as that. And obviously, I'm going to need the Champions League to win it. I mean, we're guaranteed Europa, which is cool, but you know, I kind of want to win the Champions League instead. Yeah. There's not much else to say, really. I did win some silverware. I did. I beat Tottenham in the Carabao Cup final, so there you go. There is one bit of silverware. So, good. And I'm going to say I've done a better job than... That was laggy. Try that again. I've done a better job than Graham Potter. Like I said, you don't need Graham Potter, you need Harry Potter. Anyways, let's play Wolves and qualify ourselves. And then I would like to see the end of season review, actually. Hopefully an entertaining game of football. Hopefully more entertaining than Chelsea IRL. We're probably, as recording this weekend, we play Tottenham, so... and providing this actually goes out as scheduled on the Sunday, then... Yeah. I mean, I hope I get around to doing it for the Sunday. Either that or it becomes a Monday thing, but... There you go, and then after this I need to blitz through some of the journeymen, which if you're missing out on that, go watch. You'll be soon to see me manage Coventry City. That was a quick half. Right, corner in, Reece James, who has been pretty good this season as well. Very much either always injured or just playing quite well, which seems to be the norm. Even IRL, and that was almost terrible. Thiago Silva is absolutely timeless. Brilliant centre-back, even at 38, 39. Fofana always on a yellow card. But for the most part, the main team really hasn't changed. I mean, I'm still trying to ship off certain players. Yeah, there's 1-0. Aubameyang, I think, still needs to go. There's a couple. I mean, IRL, if I was to actually step into Graham Potter's position IRL, that's annoying, that's disallowed. I'd probably actually try to use Aubameyang and get on his good side. Because you've got a ready-made striker who knows how to score. So why aren't you bloody using him? It don't make sense. Like, you'd at least give him to the end of the season to try prove himself as a goal scorer. Salvage a little bit out of the season and then essentially just write it off and start fresh next year. Because you're not going to have to worry about European football, that's for certain. Unless we claw Conference League, which I don't know whether I'd want or not. Because our team, when it plays well, you would hope we would go all the way in that thing. But yeah, nothing happening here, and we desperately need to get a goal. Because we want the Champions League. Otherwise, this rebuild is going to take a little bit longer. Ooh, easy save there. Well, I think I don't need to worry about the yellow cards, actually. Who's playing bad? Funnily enough, Pedro is playing bad, but I want to keep him on because I know he can score. Havertz for Sterling, get a bit of pace in there. Why is Cook? Oh, that'd be why they don't agree. I didn't even notice that. Cucurella is up on this left wing. Oh, I don't like that. I really don't like that. Okay. Well, that is weird. That is very strange. Either way, Havertz gets the goal with his last touch of the game, which is lovely stuff. Don't need to see that again. Happy days. Good. Mount and Sterling coming on. Couldn't have timed that any worse, really. Right, Mount. Unless Mount gets a goal. Which he almost does, actually, so not all bad. James cross in, away back to Kante. Nothing happens there again. I don't. Should we make a defensive change? Bring on Vasquez on that left side? I think so. 3 subs, that's fine. We ain't got to worry about the end of the season. No fitness really won't matter. Satisfied, but whatever. That was pretty average. Cool, and there you go. We get 32.83 million for qualifying for the Champions League. Fantastic. Right, I sim a few days and hopefully the end of season review pops up. One thing I also did, which I'll look out for the next transfer window, which is probably mostly going to be done off camera, is scouting shortlists, and then my Wonder Kids one. This is pretty much everyone noteworthy on the 50 Wonder Kids list. There's some that I won't be able to get. Jeremy Pino. If anyone's looking for a really good right back, holy does this guy look like he's going to be good. I was tempted to bring him in, so if I hadn't already brought in another one. So, not right back, sorry, right wing. I know what I meant. Yeah, looks fantastic. There was a right back I saw, I think. I can't really remember. But most of the names on here in this first season you should really know if you're really into all this FM stuff. Was it that guy who looked really good as well? Yeah. I mean, take notes. Some of these rather expensive, but if you're in the position where you are actually meant to be scouting players off of that list, then you probably have the liquid to be signing them. Oh, who got goal of the season? We got 3rd. Let's have a quick look at the goals of the season. It was Dennis Zakaria. Now that's interesting. Do I see if I can keep him on loan for another season? Because he's actually been very useful. Yeah, it's a very good goal, actually. It's a very good goal. So he's going to go back, but he's been very, very useful. And he's only going to cost anywhere between 20... Yeah, around the 20 million mark. And he's been pretty alright. Yeah, English Premier League. He's played 11 times, 15 off the bench. 2 goals, 2 assists, 7.14 rating, which I think is pretty good. Only... doesn't have a good competitive streak, so I guess that's why he's not as good anyway for Champions League, because you kind of need to be on a good streak for that. That's kind of how it works. But yeah, I don't really know. Oh god, 14 loans end as well. So yeah, this trans window is going to be mad busy. So I will have to do most of that off camera, get everyone back out. that I'm not going to use, sell everyone off, that I'm not going to use, so on, so on, so on. I figure out a team for the season, basically. Hopefully, the last season, because I'm planning on we're calling it a success if we either win the Premier League or the Champions League. That, in my eyes, is great success. And then maybe I'll come back to it at some point. It's been quite a good save, actually, so far. Here we go, end of season review. Great way to end off the episode. Yeah. The best signing is Pedro. Honestly, what a guy. What a guy. £41 million. And he scores 22 goals and he scores 21 goals in 22 games, 3 off the bench in all competitions. I think that is a great success there. Then from there, you got Raheem Sterling. He started 43 times, 10 goals, 9 assists, so 19 contributions total. That's pretty good. And then Dennis Zakaria. Obviously not scoring much, but just being very defensively solid in that holding thing. And then the best defender would be, interestingly, Wesley Fofana. I thought Koulibaly would have taken that. And then the worst out of the signings, Vazquez, but 6.83 isn't even that terrible considering how much he plays. And the board are happy with Pedro. This is mainly due to getting the player to agree to lower wages than we would have expected to pay someone of his ability. Yeah, he's been fantastic, and that's going to change. Barely qualifying for Champions League, though, 1 point in it, which is mad. Absolutely mad. Obviously, there was our run in the Champions League. Pretty good the whole way through until Liverpool just decimating us entirely. FA Cup went well. Now let's bring back memories, yeah. 1-0 lost Wolves after a replay. I remember it was a last minute goal. And then the Carabao Cup, we won the thing. Yeah, I mean, not one of the priorities, but we won it anyways. I'll take it. Pretty easy run the whole way through. And then we beat Tottenham on penalties as well. Moments to remember, 6-1 win. Goal of the season, we just sin that. And then match to remember is apparently a 4-0 win over Brentford. Revenue-wise, there you go. There's all your money stuff if you're interested in that. Sterling with the most shirts. I'm guessing that's going to maybe change to Pedro next year. Less letters in his name, so it's cheaper to personalise. But yeah, Sterling, you kind of gather that, and there's the lineup of the season. I will agree with that in its entirety. I'm kind of sad that Zakari's got to go back. I might see if I can get him on a permanent deal, unless someone better shows up. Anyways, history in the making. We won the Carabao Cup. I'm not sure about that, but I'm just happy I kept Tottenham trophyless. And then I don't really care for any of that. So there you go. There you go. There's going to be an email in here. Probably one about, yeah, end of season team meeting. There'll be some changes in the playing squad between now and next season. We want this club to be the best it possibly can, and that in mind, I want you to think about how you can help to improve its reputation over the off-season so you can return. Yeah, they're sort of like half in, half out. Yeah, there you go. Aim even higher. I said latter stages of the Champions League, and they're like, no, we're going to go the whole way. So that's interesting. I'm happy with that. That's all very good. Yeah, promises-wise, probably a bit of a change in the lineup. No, it won't make much difference. Everyone's encouraged. Yeah, everyone's going up. That's good. I mean, it's always a weird one to gauge, with them being positive over where you're going to finish in certain tournaments. Or what do they want me to do? Increase commercial revenue, so that's probably going to be the high reputation signings. Grow the club's reputation, just got to win big things. Wage budget's fine. The whole contract situation is fine. End of next season. Challenge for the Europa League. Well, no, because I'm in the Champions League. And then qualify for the Champions League. What? Whatever, I'll accept it. Let me just check that. Am I definitely... Yeah. Oh no. UEFA Europa League. No, why did I miss out on Champions League? Oh, if anyone knows why I missed out on Champions League, let me know, because I feel robbed. Ah. Right. Look, if we listen. Right, I'm sitting forward because I'm interested. So they all do technically qualify for the Champions League, the top 4. It just depends on the winner of the Europa League. So, the Europa League is yet to be played, so I will not know. So if Arsenal win, I'm not going to get it. That makes... Yeah, I need to bank on Arsenal losing. Arsenal now have... Inter, please, Inter. Please, Inter. When's that game? 31st of the 5th. Literally in a day's time. Let's go past. Arsenal won. Oh, Arsenal had to go and win that. Wow. Oh, I better go win the Premier League then.